Hi everybody, hello Cubers. Thank you for joining our monthly update. So we have a lot of questions actually. We received about 300 questions and probably just a few users sent a lot. Consider that those ones will be not considered for the award, so for the 250 cube as a reward for the question, because we don't need bots or, or fake questions. So the genuine ones are considered. There are quite a few. So before to start with questions, I'm going to update you about the new features as usual, and the general situation. And as usual, if you have any question that is not mentioned here in the ones sent through Twitter or Telegram, just add them to the chat, to the YouTube chat, and I will be more than happy to answer. So first of all, new features are coming. Qpay is through a really intense, tough process with updates. What does it mean? We've been working a lot on the security of payments with credit and debit cards. We experience a lot of attacks from fraudulent activities, a lot of things. So we needed to collaborate with our partners with that to understand what mitigation, what security measures we had to take. So finally, the next update will have this mitigation implemented. And I'm sorry, it's not gonna be like only put your credit card number, few details, but there will be a bit more. You need to accept also some terms of the service, and this is mandatory to prevent this kind of activities, mostly fraudulent. Some manual checks. So we're starting with the automation as usual, as a tech company, a tech environment. We start with the automation, so payments will be smooth. Most of the payments actually go through automatic checks, but then sometimes, depending on the risk, we need to pause it and check manually. So that's what we're doing right now. Feature started like 3 weeks ago, so it's pretty new, and we need to grow to understand how to keep all the community, all the projects safe from these attacks. I mean, it's really like a tough thing. So apart from that, there are new features coming. You can start buying, speaking about credit debit cards, you can start buying Cardano too from next update. Today we uploaded, so imagine that the time that Apple and Google approve the update, then will be released maybe 1, 2, 3 days maximum. Normally, this is the timing if they don't reject for any code issue or something. And so the main features are more related now to the swap functionality, new tokens, and new purchases with credit card, buying cryptos. The thing is that behind this, that these are more, let's say, simpler. It's not simple, but they are simpler in functionalities. Behind this, we're still going strong on the use case functionalities. They will be released in the first quarter, the end of this quarter. And the use case functionalities, as I said in the last episode, will allow us to get more partners integrated in the app, or you can buy through their platforms. And finally, the most difficult one is the instant payments with your mobile. As an example, if you go to the restaurant and you want to buy something, you pay in dinner, you can pay with this. So this is the strongest one that will be released. Then after that, as you know, or if you don't know, just check our roadmap on kubecoin.org. There are still more functionalities to implement this year, and they're pretty amazing. So we did like a programmed schedule for the whole year. And seeing how the market goes, we are also looking at the macro economy. So seeing the market, we can change, or we speak together about this. We can change the schedule, or we adapt it considering the situation. Let's say there are two main things that changed in the last 2-3 weeks as the crypto market. I'm not doing projections, but crypto market gave positive signals 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, and the results, we can see the results. It's almost, I think, about 10% the Bitcoin went up. So we've seen the same in our platform. We've seen there was more purchase intentions, let's say, to buy Cube. So because of that, we accelerated on some functionalities and not the others. We cannot say the market is getting better already. Maybe it's going to take a long time. We don't know this, but we see, as we always say, as soon as we see the signals, we start implementing, and this is what we're doing. At the same time, speaking about another vertical, FlyCube, the surprise trips, we finally, after months, we applied for the IATA. It's the American Association of Airlines. It's basically a license to sell trips internationally. So we received this the certificate today. This is a great thing because FlyCube now can expand outside Europe. So we're going to implement FlyCube for United States, for Canada, and all the countries we wanted to get to in our 5-year plans, in a 5 years plan. And the good thing is that behind all this, there is an automatic system we already created. It's still in development. We are about the 50% of automation, and they allow us to scale up really fast with international solutions for our clients. So these are really, really good news for our ecosystem. And the small one, It's Cube, this one behind me, the surprise restaurants, is started to sell just a few because we are still in MVP. So we check in the markets in the United States. So it started to sell in San Francisco already. We have collaborations with restaurants, and we've seen that there is a pattern there. There are intentions from clients to buy this kind of experiences. So that's another great thing. Still small, not big as FlyCube, but it's growing. It's gonna take time, but it's still good news. And consider that all these experiences and the other apps and platforms we are going to create in the next year, all of them will get inside the payment method with Qpay. So imagine apart from the 7 startups we have inside the company and all the partners, imagine how potential is the use of our Cube. So I'm pretty happy about it. I'm not happy about the market, so we are going slow. There are we need to see the signals to really trust the initiatives basically that we want to take. So we're going slower and as we wanted to go faster actually, but we need to face the markets, so mostly in our industry. Apart from this news, if I didn't mention anything, as usual, just send a message in the chat. I'll check it later and happy to clarify any aspect. There have been some questions about the staking. The staking is I can tell you in general is basically the epoch starts from Monday to you receive the epoch Monday to Monday, so it's 7 days. Everything in 7 days, 7.77% the APY, and that's it. So if you didn't receive anything or there is any you do your math, but it's not consistent with the previous week, there's always something that, or there's been a transaction, or there's been an hour delay for the epoch to end. So this happens in all staking functionalities. In case you see really you want to know what's really happening, we need to see each single case. Just consider that we don't have access to your wallet, so you need to provide the address and we can give you an help, but it's not like the staking, it's not like we are selling you a product that needs like a strong assistant. It's a reward we give in to keep the cube in Qpay in the blockchain, and continue helping the project to grow. In exchange, you have Cube for it. So this is not really a product. We don't have details. Basically, we want to give all the help we can, but we don't have enough data. We just can see the address and see the history of the staking. If there is any issue that because of us, like it happened this week, it affected like 20-25 people. Of course, we are the first to get in, to understand, solve the bug, and then send the missing liquidity. But if it's smooth, working normally, we can only give some information, not all of them, because we don't control it. Also, you asked about the staking for Cardano. Cardano is more like we don't have any access to the staking functionality of Cardano. We just provide it in Qpay as the old decentralized system, all decentralized world. We don't have access to it, but it's open source, so we take it and the pool, and you can use this pool we use in Qpay, but we have no control, never. And the idea of Qpay is not having control. It's your wallet, your money. You do whatever you want with it. If not, we would be a bank or a financial institution. It's not what we want. So I hope I clarified this, but if you have any questions, just tell me. I'm going to move to the questions because we have a lot. And of course, no, I'm not going to announce the winners here. So they will be selected, or they've been already selected by the marketing team, and they will be announced as usual in Telegram and Twitter when the time comes. Mostly, as I've seen, because I don't control this, but like in 2-3 days, you know who are the winners, and we'll provide the payment of the reward straight after, as soon as you provide the address, of course. Let me start with the first question. So, will Cube going to compete with Booking.com? It's not really Cube, it's FlyCube. Cube is the ecosystem, it's the matrix, so the venture builder that has all the startups in it. FlyCube is not a competitor, will never be a competitor of Booking.com because we work with them. We work with major competitors like Booking, like Expedia, Hotelbed. There are many in our roster, in our database as partners and providers mainly. So Booking is our partner. We are partner with Booking, and we use their B2B functionality to purchase trips for our clients. So as a third party, we work with them. So we will never be competitors, and we hope that one day Booking we will use KubeCoin as a payment method, Qpay as a payment method. We will speak with them as soon as we have the API complete, the documentation to send to them, because we have a preferred channel to speak with them. So hope they will accept soon our new payment method. Second question, will there be like a Cube credit card or Cube ATM? Not at all, because we are against this word. Not really against, but we go on another side of the fintech industry. So we are not going to create any ATM. I think it's also it's not really like technologically wise. It's old for me, and a credit card is old too. So like vintage. So we want to renew, innovate this sector. And if meanwhile we're going to be added on a credit card. It's because some partner added Cube and it was good for us, but it's not our main intention. We will never create. Never say never, but we don't want to create a credit card with Cube on it like Revolut or the other one. We're totally different thing. And also we are not a financial, we are a fintech company, totally different than an exchange or a bank or digital bank or a financial institution. So until we don't get this kind of licenses, it's going to take months for the first license with the Bank of Spain. We are not considering anything with that. And also the innovation in technology for us is blockchain, is not credit card or ATM at all. Third question, any further updates on listings? Listing have been paused because of the situation with the FTX. We wanted to see what's going to happen with the actual ones. So we stick to the actual ones we have. We are focusing a lot with market making, with trying to find strategies to improve new users, to get more users in exchange. Really difficult situation with exchanges, I must say. We see that the low volumes is spreading everywhere. There's just a few projects with really high volumes. Let's see why. But right now, like opening a new listing, and maybe the exchange will ask for a huge fee for this. It's not worth it because we were going to have the same amount. So first, we dynamically we create our users, we grow the ecosystem, we grow the technology, we grow everything, and as soon as possible that the market gets back on track, we start applying again, and the exchanges will consider us again. We are now on ongoing. We're speaking with a few of them, the top 5 ones, but until so far I don't have any close deal. So it's gonna take time. Let's see how the general situation goes. For now, I must be totally honest with you. That's not a priority. Priority now is Qpay. So we focus on that. Also, the volumes of Qpay are 60% of the time higher than the exchange. So imagine how much is worth it for us, Qpay. So now it's there, but we want all of them. We want to be on exchanges as well, and we want this to grow smoothly also on exchange. It's just that the market is not, as we all know, we are in a bad timing for this, so we need to wait. That's all. Mark Rogers asks, do you class yourselves as PTP, exchange, or something else, and give your explanation? No, we are not going. I don't know actually what's a PTP. I'm sorry, but we are not right now considering the exchange part. We are focusing now on the use case of Qpay, and we go in that way. The exchange part, by controlled by the community, is coming after. After we solve we release all the features for the use case, then we can start speaking about exchange, and we definitely involve the community because we want to take decisions together, considering the situation that happened, the bad thing that happened with FTX. So we don't want this to happen again, and maybe we can contribute on a new exchange controlled by the community. That's the main idea we have here. We want to share with the community when the time comes, and we decide together how to build a strong system to exchange cryptocurrencies and utility tokens. What are you willing to do if the Cardano blockchain stop working? Are there options in the future to connect another digital blockchain as an alternative? If Cardano stop working, it happens like it happened with Solana. You can see what happened, and it's really bad. The good thing is that Cardano is not that fast, like Solana is really slow, like the slower maybe, but it's super strong in terms of security. So it's really, it can happen, actually happened, but you don't notice that because it's really strong, the system behind it, and it's really secure. So, but in case it happens, just in case, we already took measures, so it's in the roadmap, and we are going to develop the Melcomenda multi-chain in the third quarter, I think, of this year, if I'm not wrong. And we start implementing the multi-chain, so KubeCoin will be backed by different blockchains. We still have an utility token. We don't want a security token. We don't want a blockchain, so we can move it. We can be backed by different blockchains. So that's the answer to your question. Yes, in case it happens, KubeCoin will be, after this, will still be on. So next question. To trade KubeCoin, we need at least $10 of ADA. When do we get rid of this system? This is not, it would be nice to have free transactions and everything. It's not because the company wants to earn money. This is a Cardano policy. And it's not because you need to add 10. We say 10 or 20, depending on different situations. So just, it's common to say, add the 10 ADA. It doesn't mean that you lose. This is not the commission. The commission right now in ADA in Cardano is like 18 cents in dollars. So 18 cents of ADA. So it's not. It's like the most cheap commission you have in the blockchain industry. So this is our commission. Plus we add just a bit more for our company, for all the service we provide. But the 10 ADA is, they just move to a wallet to another. So it's not going, if you pay, it means that you need minimum 10 ADA maybe, because you need to buy something, you need to buy KubeCoin or a service in our platform with the next coming marketplace. But in general, all the ADA that you pass in, that you're spending, apart from the commission, and that's Cardano policy, we don't have to do anything with it. It's they move to a wallet to another. That's all. If I answer to your question, we will not get rid of this system. What we know, the Cardano in time will lower the commission a lot. So not free, maybe never free, but we lower a lot. What we did for the use case, we implemented a system, patented our own system, that we assume the commission in some cases, or the provider of the product will assume the commission for you. So normally, as we all know, when you have to pay with cryptocurrencies, you have to pay commission. That's really honest, public, it's really good, but it's not user-friendly in the moment that the customer has to pay for something. Buy a coffee in the restaurant, $1, and you had to add $1 plus 10 cents of commission. That's really, really bad market-wise, like as an owner of an e-commerce. So it's really bad. What we did, the provider assumes the commission. So you still pay $1 for your coffee, whatever, and there's no extra commission for you. It's included, but you don't pay for it. We assume it until a certain rules, but then the provider or ourselves as providers, we assume the commission. So that's the new thing that we are implementing in this world, in this blockchain world, that you still see that the commission's been paid. You still see that it's an honest transaction. It's not like banks. Sometimes they say it's all free, but then it's not free because you have indirect costs. It's all like really honest, but you can see that someone else paid the commission for you when you buy the product. And that's the innovation for us, technological wise. Mark Rogers, 2 questions. Well, I already answered to one. We're not going to include it because there are so many, so everybody has the right to get to be a winner. I'm going to Mark Rogers, I'm sorry, but I already answered to one of your questions. I'm going to answer to the other ones. And you will be considered just for one question, of course. Qpay, apart from staking on what all features are expecting coming days? Final roadmap for Qpay. I said it before, I don't want to get you bored, so just check on kubecoin.org. You have the full roadmap on it. The new features, I just explained that. We are focused on the use case right now, and then we involve the community for the exchange part, and we get all the licenses with the Bank of Spain, all the licenses to exchange also cryptocurrencies and all these things. For now, we focus on the use case, the marketplace, the partnerships, and that's all for now. It's quite a lot already. As KubeCoin is looking to revolutionize crypto, what's your plan to ensure mass adoption? Crypto awareness to noobs and visibility to almost the entire crypto community. Our main idea in this world is to get to people that don't have any clue of the cryptocurrency world. They don't need that. They just need a safer, more honest, and private, and smooth, fast, instant, new payment method. So we are innovating in this field. So we are innovating in the crypto industry, in blockchain. So what we want to reach our customers, the ones we already have in FlyCube, in EatsCube, in the all startups we are creating. We want to reach the clients of Expedia, the clients of Booking.com, as we mentioned before. We want to reach normal people that don't have to know the technology that's behind, like, for example, credit cards or the bank system. They don't need to know about this. They just need to have a good service for them, easy, through an app or a DApp and pay for them their expenses in an honest way. As I said, secure blockchain gave us this treasure, and we're going to use it to innovate. So our idea is to get to these clients, not the knobs. We don't call them knobs. It's they are not knobs like customers like me. I want to buy something. I don't want to get a third entity to manage my money. So I want my money to move by myself, move them as I want. So, and as fast and cheap and secure. So this is the best way. So we're going to that direction. That's why I personally think that this ecosystem is really potential, really strong, because we are mixing two philosophies, the e-commerce and the fintech. Normally, fintech is full, mostly blockchain, is full of developers. We see so amazing projects with a really, really big lack of user experience. We see strong e-commerce projects without any knowledge about tech, and maybe they fail because they don't have the right automation, or they spend too much money in something that they don't need to spend with technology. So we have both here. We created e-commerces at the beginning. We started to learn the fintech world. We got advisors. We got a lot, and we've been studying a lot of this. And we were already expert before to create KubeCoin. We were already expert in investments, so in finance. So we had already some clue, and we mixed them all in a unique ecosystem. So that's why I personally see that this is really potential, really, really great to convert and innovate in the payment system. Let me get to the next one because we have a lot of questions. Very important question for all. Did you do your own research? That's a nice question. Please do your research. Never buy KubeCoin if you're not sure what you're buying. So, see, we are 19. We have 19 on my monthly update. If you want to invest, or you want to buy KubeCoin, or you want to use our verticals, just do your own research. That's mandatory. Why would anyone use FlyCube and not Booking? Booking.com, because this is a totally different service. They offer hotels, flights, cars, renting cars, and we offer surprise trips. So that's totally different thing. Same business, same sector, but travel industry is huge. It's like comparing us with an airline. Nothing to do. Let me ask it better. Looking at the DeFi landscape with DEX, Oracle, NFT marketplace, which role does Qube play in all of this? I say before, what's our role to convert the crypto industry in a user-friendly experience for the customer? First of all, NFTs, it's a reward system. Royal Club, this behind, it's a reward system for our members, trusted investors. So it's going to be launched as soon as we have good signals from the NFT market. Now it's not the time, so it's stopped, it's paused. As soon as we have them, we release them, for sure. This is the question after. Your NFT collection will have a real life usage? Always when you think Cube, think real life. It's never like trading, investments, scam, or anything digital, whatever. No, we want you buy a coffee with Cube. This is the most basic thing that you can do in your life, but it's the hardest thing that we can achieve. So definitely real use case. All these things that we have around the Cube ecosystem with these startups, verticals, it's all focused on the real use case. KubeCoin is being created to change all this world. It's really ambitious goal. We don't care. We're going to reach it. If we don't reach it, whatever. But we have this vision that we want to change the blockchain industry and get it to the user, to the real users. We see already that a lot of projects, because of the crisis, because of the bear market, started to understand that if you don't have really a use case, if you don't have people using your product, as long as you trade them, as long as you go up, down, it's not going to last. Also, the CEO of Import Output, the founder of Cardano, said the same. It's the most common thing. You don't create something that will not be used, and it's just for speculation. This can work in the stock market, but there are companies behind. So in the crypto industry, started before the IPO, and then the real use. So we go in reverse. So we need to get back to the real use, and then you go IPO, and then the trading start to become interesting. If not, that's why we have all this fluctuation, everything. My personal opinion. Can you elaborate on the advantage you will provide the new KubeCoin-based projects? What are the prerequisites for them to be a part of your platform? All projects, there are two different ways to get into the Cube ecosystem for an external. They use, first one, we called it inside, it's not really registered. It's our Cube system. It's a technology we created to accelerate the process of development of all verticals. Having different projects, it's really complicated to manage all of them at once. So what we mainly operationally. So what we did, we created a system that automatizes all the operation, most of the operations in time, possibly all of them. And all verticals can use the same system. Using the same system, what happens that the costs are reduced, and we can implement more projects in time. If you have like a project that can use this system and goes to, now, I don't want to say the surprise concept, the experience, but if you're in the travel industry or in hospitality or leisure, our industry is basically, and something that you can see it's really similar, we can definitely involve it. From the other side, but this has been posed also for the bear market, we have an investment fund. It's called KubeCoin. So we invest. I always invested as a business angel before, and now I focus everything in the KubeCoin investment fund. So we, not now, in future, because now we have to create a use case. So in time, there is a website, you can send your project there, we evaluate, but we'll see if we want to invest or not. Now it's not released the capital yet, it's been freezed until we are in a better situation, honestly. But yeah, this is the second way to get into the Cube ecosystem, is we invest in your startup, and this has nothing to do with the Cube system, just it's an investment thing. So you can send your pitch deck, your idea pitch deck, and we're happy to consider it. And sometimes if the capital freezed, so most of the project they I receive right now, we have partners. I have a network of investors. I collaborate with some funds. So happy to move if I see or my colleagues see that it's a great idea, but it's not for us the best time to invest. I can definitely recommend it to my network of investors. Okay, there are some questions in Spanish, but who's the client? And maybe the potential client. That's really wide, because we have different sectors, different interests, different niches. So we can say that FlyCube, it's mainly women, just an example, and 60% of them are women, and really young, trending Generation Z and millennials. eCube mostly the same, but with also older, like the millennials, because we have classy experiences, expenses, and expensive gold gastronomic experiences. So, but I'm not going to like speak a lot about this, because we'll have like 15 niches or something like this based on each vertical. So in general, in the e-commerces are young people, and with KubeCoin, it's really like more complex, because you're not really a customer for us. It's a user and also a collaborator, also a partner, as you want to say, a contributor. So it's not, we don't treat it as a customer, we treat it as a user, and we cannot advertise you because of the regulations. So what we do, we see what are the markets more like interested in our business, and we take our conclusions, but it's more based on organic and the potential of our community. So that's all. What moves a lot Cube is the use case through the verticals. That's the different thing. As an investor, one of my biggest concerns is the devaluation of my investments. I know very well that there are always risks involved in investing, but how does KubeCoin ensure that this project will always be looking for ways to protect investments of its users? Your investment is our investment. So the main thing we're doing is keeping the cash flow, have a resiliency and resiliency plans for our company. So in case of bad situation like the one in crypto that's happening right now, what we do, we maintaining cash flow, we maintaining the resources, and we continue the development. So you can see that we are not stopping. We are not going slower because we are complying with our deadlines, public deadlines. You know when we have to deliver the products. So what we're doing, we keeping it up, and not doing risk investments like I said, the KubeCoin investment fund. So we're not doing that. So why we are not doing that? We want to innovate, we want to invest, we want to make a lot of money, as everybody. But we need to keep the resources, we need to keep our employees, we need to keep our development and go on. So I always say that, I'll repeat it once more, it's long term. Don't invest if you want to profit after, like you invested 1 year ago, you want to profit now with this situation. Maybe if this situation wasn't here, you were already selling your coins, you were already rich, I don't know. Situation in general, it's not us, it's not good project, or we stole the money, or whatever happened with the company, FTX. No, we're totally fine. We didn't invest, we didn't have any assets in exchanges, just the liquidity provided for you to trade. But we don't do any risky thing. We are a really solid company. So what you can trust us for now, because it's not fully decentralized yet. So you need to trust people that speaking now to you and saying that we are here still after 6 years of the company. They've been through COVID, been through internal situations. I'm not going to mention them. Been through the bear market. A lot of things happen, and we're still here going on. So as an investor, I ask you to trust us, first of all, trust our work, and trust yourself just long term. If you want to make profit today, like investing today and having a profit tomorrow or short term, it can happen, and always happen. It's also, if you're a good trader, you can work on the chart as much as you want and make millions out of it. But what we advise is investing long term. Not for your profit or for a big profit, because this project, we are sure that we're gonna get it. Our vision, we're gonna be real in a few years. So that's the thing. That's what we ask into our investors. That's what we say during the pre-sale, the first time we fundraised, and that's what we're going to ask forever. Consider this: we did this investment, this fundraising with retail investors. You are investor, maybe the one that asked the question, but. Most of them, they are not investors, just want to be rich in time. But we always say to invest only if you do the research and look at this long term. Why? Because retail investors, most of them don't know this, but venture capital, business angels know that. When someone comes to me, or I go to a company, let's say I go with my company to an investor, to venture capital, and say, look, I want to do this, I need this money. The investor will ask me in how many years I can exit from the company and how much potentially I can make. It will never ask you in how many days or how many months. That's what I'm saying. So trust the team, trust the projects long term. If you want to make money already, don't invest, don't buy Cube, go to another project. This is not us. Thank you. So I'm almost there, and then I answer to the questions in the YouTube chat. What do you think about the current market, and what would you recommend to new people entering the market? Basically, what would you say to someone new to crypto? Really nice question, this one. I'm not like the expert in investments of crypto, and maybe I am because I'm into this a lot, but I'm not going to give any advice about this. I'm sorry, but we're focusing on the use case. So I'm not going to tell to someone investing in crypto or Bitcoin is better than ADA or Cube or whatever. I'm not going to ask you to invest in Cube. Invest if you want, if we reach you like indirectly, but I cannot advise about it. I'm sorry. The only advice I can give, treat it as a company in the stock market. So when you invest in stock market, if you're not crazy or you just want to make money really fast and you don't know how to do a research about the company, first of all, don't do it. But if you want to invest in the stock market, the first thing when you detect the company you want to invest in, you do a lot of research. So do the same here. So that's the only thing I can say. If you invest in crypto, check the company. There's always a company behind it. If there's not a company behind it, probably it's not a good project. Probably there's no use case. Maybe it's big. Maybe it's like a meme coin, so like really huge with a lot of market cap, and that's it. But there's no use case, there's nothing. Now it's the time of use case. Now it's the time of real people. So go to that direction. That's my advice. If you want to make money fast or these things, I'm not the guy, because I own a company, I have partners, I have verticals, I have a technological system. I don't do this kind of thing. I invest in a different way. Is KubeCoin app only support PC device? Will it be compatible with Android device and also iOS? Will it be released first in desktop version or mobile version? There's a bit of confusion. Qpay is already on iOS and Android. FlyCube is a platform, web platform. EatCube is a web platform, and there is also an app for deliveries, but it's paused now because we are not doing the delivery. We're just doing the reservations in the restaurants, so we don't need an app. Actually, there are 3 apps because there are 3 partners involved. So you use the platform, the website for EatCube. Same for FlyCube, same for Royal Club, and KubeCoin. KubeCoin goes through, apart from the exchange and anything, but our own platform is Qpay. Qpay is for, right now is for mobile, so both iOS and Android, but we already started, last month we already started the Connect Wallet extension in the browsers, and after that we start implementing the software version to download for PC and Apple devices, so Apple desktop. So yes, it's the opposite. First we have the mobile app, it's called Qpay, and then we'll add the desktop platforms. A lot of crypto startups built by a group of talent teams and are washed out due to the difficulties in token sales, fundraising, or other controllable factors such as the bear market, which eventually led to failure. Do we wonder how KubeCoin will break these kind of barriers? We broke them already, because when we did the fundraise, the bear market wasn't there. So we actually was really quite successful. It took a bit more longer than we expected, but was successful. So we have we spend the fundraising money for development. We still spending, but as I say, we maintaining cash flow. So I don't want to repeat, but maintaining cash flow is the best way to in a difficult situation to keep the company alive and continue building. So all the things we're doing, apart from selling, actually our vertical are selling. I'm speaking more about Qpay, but like the FlyCube is really like selling a lot. Like it's 5 years, it's in market, almost 6. So there is also this resiliency philosophy, the resilient philosophy that we. If a startup doesn't work, there is another one. So if something happens, and it happened like operationally, we lose money for FlyCube because of COVID or something, there is another one that is working, so we can take advantage of this and help the other one. And these things happen constantly in this ecosystem. So this is also another way to keep it up. I know there are a lot of great projects also in Cardano. There are a lot of great projects that failed because of the bear market and maybe the investment. There was I think a stable coin, I don't remember the name, they shut down the project because they invested a lot in technology in the worst moment. That's decisions. So it can happen to us too. It didn't happen yet. So we're still here. We want to be here, and we guarantee we'll stay here long. So yeah. Most of the time, I just want to say this: when in the startup world, the investor told me, and then I found out by myself. Most of the startups don't fail because the product is not good. It fails because of the partners, the team members, and the bad investment. So the use of money hasn't been good. So these are the main things. Maybe the product is excellent, the best, but the way you treat it is not the good ones. Me, I'm 39, almost 40 in April, so I have quite a lot of experience in entrepreneurship. I've been through a lot of fails. I'm not going to tell my life, but I've been through a lot. My team members, my investors, the company investors are quite important. So more or less we covered. Let's say this. Crypto Zeus, for the development of the project, the main priority is the availability of sufficient funds. Does your team have the financial capacity to implement this project? Do you have enough money to finance the project? I already said that right now. Definitely yes. Definitely yes. We did fundraise. We had a venture capital fundraise. We probably have another round as soon as we have the metrics. And we have an investment fund which frees the capital, so it's there, we're not touching. So yes, definitely. All we're doing with our own money, and it's working pretty good. So yes, definitely yes. Well, there was another question about NFT. Same question as before. KubeCoin offers profitable products to its users. In this regard, what are the products that can generate passive income the way in the platform? And what are the special features that help optimize the income? How are risks managed, and what increases potential profits? Nice question. So the only passive income you can get right now is the staking functionality. But we are in Qpay. But we add in a proper cashback with Cube. It's not really a passive income like doing nothing. It's a reward when you buy products in the marketplace to incentivize the use of KubeCoin. And there is the Royal Club membership that's gonna come. So there you have also other functionality, other features, sorry, where you can generate passive income. It's not really like, it's, as I said, it's a use case. So what we want that people buy products, and the income, it cannot be passive for an investor. The only passive income I can see from investor point of view, that you buy KubeCoin and you trade them. That's the only way, and the staking functionality per se. The cashback, it incentivizes the use of Cube. So I would say staking and the trading part. That's the only way to have this passive income. Smart contracts are vulnerable to bugs, and even recently 3 big new DeFi projects were victims of this, costing user funds. How efficient and secured is your smart contract, and did you ever audit it by an external party? That's really amazing question. We are like right now centralized, so the road of decentralization takes time. Not really centralized because we are with Cardano's blockchain, so Cardano guaranteed the security. When we had to create the token, Cardano implemented an amazing feature that you could create a token without a smart contract, because the the security guaranteed by a smart contract is already inside Cardano for the transfers and for the creation of the cube. So it was already amazing. So like the company, of course, is centralized, but the tools we use are decentralized. The idea is the company in time will get to the full decentralizations, but first we need to get really, really high profits to get there. So why we doing this? Why we don't have smart contracts everywhere for everything we're doing? It's really simple. We found out that we start the smart contract with any lack in technology or something we do wrong, it's going to be affect our users, our investors, and you can lose the funds. So what we did, we created a technological plan. Me and the CTO have been speaking a lot about this and saying, let's start centralized. It's not nice, we don't like it, but let's start with our own system and create the technology. We create the technology. Once we create the technology, we understand all the issues that it has. A lot of bugs that you can see also in Qpay. A lot of things that your community can notice. But at least right now, with this lack of experience in this innovation, we can work on this. We can control it and act straight away and solve the issue. Like the staking one that happened. Imagine if there was already a smart contract on this. We have the smart contract coming after this liquidity will be reached, and then we start with the smart contract. But that time, we will have the functionality all correct, and there will be no possible way to fail. And that time, we create the smart contract. And that time, after the smart contract, we definitely do the audit. We already had audits, the token will be audited already. You can find the audit report in the website, on kubecoin.org. And the idea is also in the roadmap is to audit not only the smart contracts, is to audit the old technology we have, possibly at the end of this year, when we implement all the functionality. So this is the idea, centralize, and then a road to decentralization as soon as possible, as soon as we find out that there are no more issues we need to solve. So in this way, some projects failed because the smart contract wasn't working properly. We don't fail because we can still act on them. And then when we are sure, we definitely decentralize. This is our way to do these things. It's working so far. But open to feedbacks, of course. This is really tough word, the one of smart contracts. I'm almost there. What time is it? Well, we've been almost quite an hour. We have some questions repeat. Yeah. Let's leave those, and I'm going to answer to the questions in the. Sorry, I have the eyes like this because I have the lights in my face. I will correct them when for the next one. Thank you guys for the support. Nice messages. Let me get to the first question. I don't see the other staking rewards going straight to my wallet after the staking. Question of that. Other staking, it's not up to us. The functionality is there, but it's just visual because pool and Cardano's blockchain rule them. So the policy is Cardano. We cannot add. We cannot give any support on it. So it's just there. You can stake your Cardano at a Cardano. Maybe you can ask to them if they answer, but it's not up to us to control it. So it's there for you. We don't get any profit, nothing. No, it's just a functionality for you to stake inside Qpay, to keep your assets in Qpay and get your reward. The 4% API, I think, is the reward, but we cannot control it. I'm sorry, or give support with Cardano. Someone in Spanish is asking when and how we incorporate the AI in this project. Right now, we don't have any. We just have, we are thinking for our verticals to get strong chatbots, but because it's fashion also now, so we are investigating, but we like the personal approach still. So not yet. We're just investigating the external. We don't develop AI in this project. There's no need right now for AI, maybe in future, but we don't need predictions or like automated development. They go through API, through AI. So far we don't need it. So there's no AI at the moment. When do you add the Montpellier to EatCube or FlyCube? Montpellier in France, as soon as we launch in Paris, we're going to add also the other cities. Normally we go with EatCube. Normally we go to the main city and then we go to the other ones. I don't know with FlyCube because the investigation, the research for airports is really difficult with FlyCube because we need to understand the amount of flights available to guarantee a good experience, actual premium experience with the surprise trip. So we need actually a lot of trips available, the time frame, everything available to start in a city. That's why when we launch a market with FlyCube, we take long time because the research is really long. But definitely EatCube is easier because we're speaking about restaurants and user experience really fast. As soon as we release in France, we definitely release in Montpellier too. Thank you for your question. Expand the Europe countries. As I said before, we're going to expand internationally. Now we are in 7 markets in Europe and we're going to expand in the other ones soon. But Europe is pretty like a standard consolidation for us. The big challenge is to get the international now that we have all the certifications. And as I said, the last one just came in today. So we have the certification number, we have everything. We can expand in any country in the world. So this is really an amazing thing. It also an added value to the whole ecosystem, also to the valuation of the company. So that's pretty great. What are your plans for the 2023 market and how do you plan to move KubeCoin forward with these plans? All the things I said before, just check the roadmap. And for FlyCube is the internationalization, if I say correctly. And then, remember I'm Italian. And then we're testing now San Francisco for EatCube and Royal Club as soon as we got good signals from the market. And if the market is not positive this year, also then what will be your plan? Contingency plan. As I said, we keep the cash flow, we don't do risk investments, and we continue working and developing. It's already all planned for any contingency because we come from COVID. So and also before my fails, so I learned how to get in really tough situation and get out of it. So that's why I always have a contingency plan with me. It's not me because my team does it with me, but it's like as I'm the CEO of the company. So the input is, guys, if there is a risky situation, we need to know what we're going to do. And we always have this. How far do you think you have intruded into the Cardano community? Well, quite a lot. So like when we did the fundraising, like we collaborated with mostly all the pages networks of Cardano. We collaborate with Cardano like in terms of understanding technology-wise and speaking with them about a lot the forks. We're still in contact with them. We speak. We have a private channel with them, and but it's we don't get straight to the Cardano community like Cardano advertise us because Cardano is a foundation, so we cannot ask this, and we respect that. We would like to, but we respect that. It's a foundation, but. Cardano did do a post. I remember Mark knows better than me about something with I think because when we had a picture with the CEO of Input Output, the founder of Cardano, in the Web Summit. So they basically retweeted our tweet and it spread it a lot. But yes, during the fundraising, actually we were totally into Cardano. Consider that the trading volumes in the Cardano ecosystem, we've been in the top. We're still in the top 5. I don't know for months. So we definitely are one of the most valuable projects in the Cardano ecosystem. It's not enough for us because we use Cardano as an amazing tool for our security and transfers and to back up KubeCoin, but it's not like we're interested in Cardano community. We love Cardano community, don't get me wrong, but we're interested as I said so far, to the real users. So we want to get to people that don't know about cryptocurrencies. So these are the people we want to reach. So all the marketing focus is on that. Well, we also are in the crypto, but like specifically we go in that way. How easy your platform will be accessible for new buys? Most platforms have complicated UI nowadays. So with KubeCoin, we have a smooth and easy UI for new users. Definitely, because as I said, they're not going to use KubeCoin in a complicated app or something that only works in the crypto industry on the blockchain. We use our e-commerces. Our e-commerces have a really, really fast, intuitive user experience, UI, UX, UI. So we're already there. So the platform are already user-friendly. Qpay, what we're doing, we are now like, let's say it's a draft. It's nice, better than before. At the beginning was like a nightmare for me, like visually, but it's what you have at the beginning when you start in an MVP. But in time, right now, also the next update has a lot of visual differences. But in time, it's going to be more and more user-friendly and beautiful. We have the design that we created here. It's amazing. Wow, but we need to get there, so it takes time. As soon as we implement the functionality, we correct bugs, and we upgrade the visual part. Have you anywhere compensated security for any other advantages of your platform? Compensated security for any other advantage of your platform? If you refer to, well, blockchain security is guaranteed by Cardano. Not sure if I understood the question, but blockchain security is guaranteed by Cardano. The security inside is, we are really into security because we are in difficult industries from this point of view. So yes, we use servers, specific servers only for security. We cannot say anything about it for security reasons, but yes, we cover the all aspects about security. What is the important utilities of your own token, the KubeCoin? What highly do you want to insist in the long-term bag holders of your tokens? The utility is behind me. Our platform use our Cube for our platforms and to purchase products. Use it in real life. Send it to your friends or anybody, and through Qpay. And use it in our partners. So this is the main goal of everything we built. I think we got, yeah, the last one is not a question, but it's an advice, and I totally agree with you. Zevos, you're going to put stablecoin or another network. We do both. We're going to add BNB. So as soon as we have the cross chain, you can also swap BNB. And do other functionalities. It depends on the licenses we get from the Bank of Spain, so we are into that now. But about stablecoin, you're totally right. We need a stablecoin in Qpay because KubeCoin is not a stablecoin, and we need that. So we see that we need that at least to back up the use case in real life until we get with all the other ones. So the idea is, of course, always use KubeCoin. You pay commissions with KubeCoin. Everything is with KubeCoin. So we brand our product, but at the same time, it's better for everybody to have one currency for everything. But to the road, while we get in there, we add in more and more. So the idea is to get, that's why we add in more tokens. Not to swap them only, not to trade them, nothing like that. You can swap them, then you trade them in other platforms because you cannot trade in ours right now. But the idea of adding new tokens is because we want that the community, that the people involved in the Cardano ecosystem and the other ecosystems, people can use all the tokens with Qpay. It's not only KubeCoin. So like that's the idea. That's why stablecoin, would be really helpful if it's at the same price of dollar. If yes, we need to check because stablecoin are really risky. We need to check if they have proper assets or a strong technology behind, not like it happened with Terra Luna. So if the algorithm is strong, it guarantees assets to provide the lack of liquidity during the fluctuation, no? And to guarantee the stability of the coin, we definitely add it, and because it will be faster to get into the real world with KubeCoin or Qpay. I think I answered to all of them. So thank you guys. It's a record. We've been like 1 hour and 5 minutes. I've been a lot. Well, there were a lot of questions. There were a lot of questions here too. Thank you guys for participating. I'm so happy that we're here. We're still in this big challenge, and I'm proud that we're still here. People going, people leaving, people coming, new users are coming. We can see that in Qpay. So I'm pretty happy with everything. We got new licenses, new certifications with the FlyQ. So as a resume, everything is going well. I can't say great because I would say when it's great, but it's so potential everything we're doing now. So I'm so happy that we're still around. I'm so happy that you're still contributing with your questions. Record this time also of amount of questions, apart from the ones that were like a bot that we excluded them. So it's a big record that too. So I'm pretty happy for it. And as usual, I'll be around in the Telegram group mainly. So if you have any further questions, just get there and contribute to the project positively. Don't really do. One last thing, and not last. So this is really important. Contribute positively to the project. Complain as much as you want, but with fundamental questions, not like just because you want to complain or the price of the token goes down, up. That's not a matter we're gonna discuss, never. And but the most important thing about your safety, don't ask any tech question or tech support in Telegram group. We found out, and people lost money for this, we found out that as soon as you ask, there are 20,000 people in the Telegram group. They're all real people, no bots. We never use bot, but sometimes there's still scammers in it, and we cannot detect them. It's impossible because they're anonymous. There are too many people. It's impossible to detect them. So what they do? You ask the tech support question, and then they contact you. They contact you asking for the wallet, the seed phrase, whatever, and they steal your money if you're not clever enough or you don't know about this. So be careful. Don't ask questions in related to a tech issue for yourself. Also because it's a community. So let's share general thought. Let's share feedbacks, bad feedbacks, whatever. But let's speak about these things. If you have an issue with the app, you cannot open the app, or you didn't get the staking, or whatever it is your issue. The email is info@qpay.io, or you can contact info@kubecoin.org. So these are the emails. So contact people. We have a team for that. We have a tech support for that. So contact these people. Don't ask for questions for your own case in the Telegram group, because scammers will get to you, and it's not our responsibility if you lose money. Don't complain then, send in an email because it happened, because you had to send email before. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, and have a great weekend. I'm going, finish working like another hour and a half, and then totally relax because it's been really, really a tough week like the others. So thank you. Thanks a lot to be here.